somehow Onesimus and Paul gets together, and Paul shares with him about Jesus. And you know what? Onesimus's life changes. Paul says, as he's writing back to Philemon, Philemon, you won't believe this, man. This dude, Onesimus, he let Jesus come into his life. He let Jesus save him. He let Jesus forgive him. And Philemon, I'm telling you, Onesimus is different. Like, I get it. He used to be useless. But now I'm telling you, he's useful to me. The Apostle Paul, like, I will take him as my own. He can work for me. This dude's life has changed. Everything about him is different. But Philemon, I want to give him back to you is what he's saying. Now, here's the interesting thing. The interesting thing when he says in verse 11, when he says that, formerly he was useless to you, but now he is indeed useful to you and to me. You know what Onesimus' name means? Onesimus' name means useful. Now this is crazy. Think about God's plan. Think about God's big plan here and what he's working out. This is nuts. God so plans that Philemon would travel to Ephesus where Paul is preaching, and Philemon would give his life to Jesus. And that Philemon would go back to his house and start a church in his house so more people can hear about Jesus. And so his servants and his workers and employees and his family and his friends and all the people in his town, that everybody can hear about Jesus. Well, Onesimus, again, gets everything wrong, messes everything up, and he runs away with some of Philemon's stuff, and he goes to a different town. He goes to Rome where Paul is, and he just so happens to run into Paul. And so as Paul is telling Onesimus about Jesus, and Onesimus gets saved, we don't know how it comes up, but somehow it comes up that they both know, Paul and Onesimus both know the same dude, Philemon. And Paul's like, wait, I've heard of that guy, Philemon. Philemon was that guy in Ephesus that gave his life to Jesus, that wanted to go home and start a church. So you're telling me, Onesimus, that you work for him? And Onesimus is like, yeah, man, I work for him, but the reason I'm here is I kind of stole some of his stuff, and man, I ran away. And so that's why I'm here. I ran away, and man, so I've got this stuff of Philemon, but now I gave my life to Jesus, and what am I supposed to do? So we see God's big plan that Paul somehow, out of hundreds of miles, that he knows Philemon, that he knows Onesimus, that he finds out that they know each other. But also with God's plan, God's big plan is that Onesimus' name actually means useful. To where Onesimus lived this useless life, all of his life, until he gave his life to Jesus.